What is up, my people? What is up, my people? This is your boy, the KillaKrane himself. I am live on December the 29th, 2023 to him. It's about to be add 24 to him. What is going on, my peeps? Whoo! I am so sorry, guys. I am actually 41 minutes late. I
Priority
totally.
one message coming in.
Oh, somebody wants to join in. Okay. We will let that person join in a little bit. However, I apologize for starting so late. I'm a single father. I have a family to take care of, and they definitely come first. But you guys know for the last few months, I've been right on time with the podcast. So I am severely late today. I apologize for those of you who have been waiting for the last 42 minutes. Actually, I left a message to say I was going to be late 15 minutes, but it ran over that because I had to take care of that family. Anyway, what is up, you guys? We have a great podcast today. It's always great. It's always great. Now, we are going to be talking about 2023 in retrospect. I want to hear some good things from you guys, okay, that you have done in 2023. Some accomplishments, even if you made some mistakes, but you've learned from those mistakes. I want to hear that because there's probably some people that are going to make the same mistakes in 2024, and we need to learn from each other. So, we have an individual who is in the process of, let me see if he is, that's okay. We can continue on and we'll just catch this individual up once we get started. Okay. Where should we start? I guess we'll start with the sad stuff and end on a good note eventually. Now, I did get a revelation. Got a revelation for when Judgment Day is going to come. You guys, if you want to know when I got the confirmation of when Judgment Day is coming, keep watching. Keep watching. So, anyway, let's start with the sad stuff. Unfortunately, there's been a number of deaths that have happened. First death that I wanted to mention, my Taekwondo instructor's wife, Wendy Curtis. She passed away this year. Very sad, very sad, very sad. She was one of the first ones who taught me actually Taekwondo. My Taekwondo instructor, he had a beginner's class and he had an advanced class, and he usually told the beginners to go with his wife, Wendy Curtis, and she was the one who actually taught me the basics. She was a very good teacher, very sweet, very kind in so many ways. But my condolences to my family, my Taekwondo family, the Curtis family, everybody who knew her and was associated with her. Now, let me get this out the way. Let's go over some other things, some celebrity deaths. Okay. Do you guys recognize who this is? I should wait for the individuals to actually chime on, my guest. But since I'm starting late, there's no telling when they would come. So I'll give you guys who are watching time to guess who that is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Richard Mall. He was most famous on the show Night Court. I also remember him on an episode of Martin where he played a cop, and I just guess it's a spoiler alert for that episode of Martin. He was actually the criminal that was going around breaking into people's houses, but he was posing as a cop. My condolences to his family, friends, and fans. Next one. This next guy was an actual, kind of like a goofy idol to me. I always envied his energy. I always envied his drive. And most of you guys know him as Pee Wee Herman, but his real name was Paul Rubin. He played in some other movies too. There was one, I think it was Watchmen, or no, what was the name of that movie? I cannot remember it, but it had a bunch of superheroes, and it had Kale from Kenan and Kale, and he was he could be invisible only if people can't watch him or something like that. But anyway, it was a good little movie. Paul Rubin was in there. I known him as Pee Wee Herman. A little fun fact, he was very close to becoming the Joker in the 1989 Batman movie. Of course, he didn't make it, and it was the talented Jack Nicholson. But Pee Wee Herman, oh my God, my goofiness was always labeled after him. He was in the movie Pee Wee's Big Adventure, one of my favorite movies of all times, and it was one of Tim Burton's first big hits. My condolences to his family, friends, and fans. The next one, give you guys a little time to figure out who this guy is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Some of these are easy, but this is Matthew Perry. Matthew Perry is most known for his role, I forgot, in Friends. I cannot remember his character's name. I know y'all gonna get me, all y'all 90s fans. To be honest, I wasn't a very big fan of Friends. I'm just being honest with you. It was nice to watch, but it wasn't enough for me to get, invested in or something like that. So the next one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bob Barker. For those of you who grew up in the 80s and 90s and you stayed home sick, you would very well know this individual. What's the next item up for bids? And you always ended the show talking about spayed and neutering your pets. He was also in one of my favorite films of all times. That was Happy Gilmore. And he beat the crap out of Happy Gilmore in that movie. Many people didn't know he was actually trained by the great Chuck Norris. Many people didn't know that. My condolences to him. He died at 99, and there was a lot of memes going around that said he got close to $1 without going over. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people may find that as a dark joke. Some people find that as absolutely hilarious. But my condolences to his family, friends, and fans. The next one, oh my God. Give y'all 5 seconds to figure out who this is. These are so easy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. For those of you who don't know who is very unknowledgeable about the world of R&B, this is the late, great Miss Tina Turner. Oh my God, her greatness just cannot be expressed in words. And she's most noticeably known for, I'm tongue twisted today. Rolling on the River is one of her songs. What's Love Got to Do with It? It's tons of songs. There was a movie made about her relationship with her husband. She's also known for her legs. From what I heard, she has an insurance policy on her legs. I'm not exactly sure if that's true. I never really looked into it, but my condolences to her family, friends, and fans. Give you about 5 seconds to figure out who this is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the late and the great Miss Ann Sorkin. Many people might know her from, if you are fans of Batman. She was the voice of Harley Quinn in Batman the Animated Series. Okay, I'm just checking. I thought I had a comment or whatever. Anyway, that is the late, great Miss Ann Sorkin. My condolences to her family, her friends, and her fans. Let's go to the next one. Give you guys a few seconds. See if y'all can figure out who this individual is. 5, 4, while I'm checking comments. 3, 2, 1. All right. This is the late and the great Mr. Norman Lear. You know Mr. Norman, she's best known for his shows like Sanford and Son, The Jeffersons, Maude, Good Times, all those great shows. So I'm a huge fan of his works. Some of them said that they stereotype Black people in a bad light, but it was a television show, you guys. So calm down. My condolences to his family, his friends, and his fans. Next one. I think that's it. Do you guys have any other celebrities that you would like to add to this list that died this year? You guys, it's so many celebrities that died, like Jim Brown. I'm talking about very important celebrities. My God, 2023 was, we lost a lot of important people this year. I'm sure you guys probably lost some relatives. I'd like to give a shout out to them, to, oh, excuse me, to their memories. Um, yeah, that's a lot of things, but I'm sure you guys probably had some relatives that were born this year. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got some new cousins or new brothers and sisters. I'd like to hear about that as well. So let me know. Let me know. But let's move on. And like I said, I'm checking messages at the same time while I'm doing my podcast. I have no idea. Nope, nope, nope. That is not a comment from me. But anyway, let's continue on. 2023 in retrospect. All right, let's move on. UFOs, big thing this year. The government releasing all these stories and things through the. Don't get me wrong. I'm a little tired, guys. I've been doing 20 million things today. Release of Information Act about UFOs. Keep in mind, guys, the term UFO, it just means unidentified flying object. Okay, that's all it means. It doesn't mean aliens from another world or something like that. All it means is something is flying in the air. We do not know what it is. So that's what UFO stands for. Okay, excuse me. So, do you guys believe in UFOs? What do you think UFOs are? There's been several different, I guess, in the world. Okay, that's somebody trying to leave a message, instant message rather. Some people will say that they are aliens from other planets. Some people say, and I like this little hypothesis, is that UFOs are people from the future. They've come here in their technology and they're just checking up on us, or they're time traveling to change certain events, or just to give us a little piece of what's to come. That's a really cool hypothesis. I really like that. So let's keep moving on. Another event that happened this year, Black people were really proud of, is the Alabama boat fight. There was a little cruise that was going on, and let's just say there was a confrontation that happened, and there were several different families fighting each other. A lot of people have made this out to be a thing about race. A lot of people say, no, it has nothing to do with race. It's just an asshole. It's just assholes versus non-assholes. But one of the funniest parts of this whole fight, like shown in the picture, was when the guy grabbed the chair and he smashed it over the dude's head like it was WrestleMania or something like that. Very comical. And a lot of Black people are proud of this fight, showing that how we can come together when it's time to unite together against people who are being assholes or something like that. What is your opinion? I'd like to hear you guys' opinion on this. Any other comments that I have on it? Not really by myself. I'm trying to remember, piece together the whole thing. Any other highlights of this fight? I guess we'll go over them when somebody chimes in. But anyway, the Titan sub. Very tragic, very tragic. Although it was very tragic, there was tons of, I guess, comical memes made about it on social media. You guys got to remember that it was somebody's family that was up in there. Doesn't matter whether they had a little bit too much money to play around with. It doesn't matter. Of course, I can't lie. Did I laugh at those memes? Yep. Did I make some dad joke type comments when it came to this thing? Yeah, I did. But we do know that there was a number of individuals who died on here. unexpectedly. Some say that they should have known better, but there were other individuals who have went down in these types of before where nothing has ever happened. Um, but my condolences to the family of the individuals who are on this submersive vehicle or submersive device. I'm not exactly sure what it is exactly it's called. Um, that's it pretty much for that one. If we have anybody, let me check comments right quick, see if anybody's been leaving messages. I know I started late. Usually we have people chiming in already, but I started so late, so they probably didn't think that I had a podcast today. Anyway, let's keep going. Oh, somebody left something about why are my ancestors' identity a secret? Why did they label my people colored Negroes? Oh, okay. So we have another subject that we're probably talking about next Friday. What else do we have going on? We don't have anything else as far as comments that people have been leaving. But thank you very much. Who is this? Terrence Cortez. I appreciate that, brother. I really do. Oh, let me get off here. Okay. I really appreciate that guy. Terrence, the post and everything. But anyway, if you guys have anything you guys want me to talk about, let me know. If nobody joins in, and this podcast, guys, is made to be interactive. Okay? It's made for you guys to join in. But let's see. And Brian, I'm sorry. For the individual who left, said, what's the link to watch it? You guys can go on my page, which says the KillaKrane Speaks song, ... And once you go on that page, you will see the link on how to join in. My personal page under my name, it's there. You can leave me a message on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. As a matter of fact, let me check YouTube right quick. Okay. I do not see any comments. There's something going on here. Ooh. Okay. All right. Let's just move on. So we've done the celebrity deaths. I want to speak about my accomplishments until we get some guests to come in. This year has been quite, I say, stressful for me because last year I started the divorce procedures and I have all three of my daughters with me, and it has been quite a struggle, but I've learned a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? About being on my own like this. Um, let's start with number one. Just because you've made a mistake before does not mean you'll make that mistake again. A lot of times when we make mistakes in a different form. But we have to be cautious that mistakes come in various different forms. And I'll go into description about that in a little bit. I may have somebody that wants to join in a little bit and they want to add to this and I want to curve their opinions or something like that. So I will just wait a little bit. I'm also checking messages and stuff like that, guys. That's why I pause. I'm reading. Anyway, number two thing that I've learned this year, the importance of little stuff like a home, good working car, health. When I look at my car and I see that the check engine light is not on, I'm really appreciative of that. You know what I'm saying? It really puts me in a good mood. Just little stuff like that, because I've been in a point to where the check engine light is on and later on it causes something else and it causes $200 to $400 worth of repairs that, I don't have that money and I'd have to borrow from different people. So little stuff like that is what I've learned this year, how much of a de-stressor it is just to look at my car and not see a check engine light on. You guys don't know how much that calms me down just to see little stuff like that. Good health. Like I said, a home to live in. There were some times last year when I was homeless and on the streets, actually sleeping in my truck. I will give details for that later. but I'm appreciative to have a home and good, clean running water, and to step outside of the place where I stay at and don't hear gunshots and people shouting all over the place. You guys don't know how much of a quote unquote, as the young folks say, flex that is. Number three, and you guys please let me know if you want to chime in. Number three, peace of mind that comes with paying bills first and not having anything left over. One of the things that I hate hearing, especially from, I've heard this in the dating world from a lot of females, that if you broke, just say so. I absolutely hate it when I hear that. And that shows such immaturity from any female who says that. But I'm going to give you guys a little secret. For those who are actually mature, who, when they get paid, they pay their rent, and then they pay your utilities, and they pay all the insurances of what they have to pay for, and the co-pays and the deductibles and the repairs on the cars, and they have good tires on their car, and they have food in their refrigerator, and all of this good stuff. Most of us don't have much money left over, the average person, and things are getting more and more expensive as we go. So, for all of you who are attracted to or think that somebody who has a lot of money in their pocket or spending a lot of money on you, oh, well, they, have covered their basics first. No, usually those type of people are neglecting themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like they might be staying with a relative, or they don't have a car. Their car, they might have on these expensive $200 Jordans, and their air conditioner doesn't work in their car, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So don't think that the outward appearance or whatever they're showing you is a flex. You might want to do some, and I'm not hating on people who have these things. I'm just saying that a lot of people who show off with these things usually are deficient in some way, form, or fashion in basic needs. Um, Number four, the good family that I have. I've learned how totally awesome my sisters are. I have five sisters, and they have really been helping me through these hard times. And I really want to give a shout out to all of my sisters. I'm not going to say their names because I didn't have their permission to say their names before I got on here. They know who they are. I really appreciate you guys. I really do. Even the relatives and friends that have called me during these hard times and asked me, hey, are you okay? It's not going unnoticed. I really do appreciate it. Number five. Woo, guys, listen to this one. I am so glad that I stay skeptical and listen to myself. There's so many scams that are being run today, especially since prices are going up and just everything is going up and times are getting hard on everybody. So there's a lot of scams to be that are being run by a lot of individuals, and it's a thing of survival to them. You know what I'm saying? So you can't trust anybody. You do your research. It's easy nowadays because we have computers in our hands and we can Google search a lot of stuff. Okay. And we can know what the usual scams are. Be careful of anybody that wants to give you money on the spot, especially if it's in hundreds of dollars. Make sure you're getting a receipt. I mean, it's so many scams being ran nowadays. But when looking back, and I was like, I should have went ahead and did this. This would have made my situation a lot better. Then I found out it was a scam later. I'm like, whoo, dodge that bullet. You know what I'm saying? I've been in worse shape than what I was. So being skeptical is not something bad. It's actually required nowadays. Please be skeptical. It's been said over and over again, as if the truth is in fact the truth, it should stand the test of investigation. And if anybody reaches you on the spot and does something like, well, you're not going to find a better deal like this, you better do it right now, they're kind of rushing you into it. You could probably find a better deal across the street if you did 10 more seconds. Or you might find out that what they're selling you is worthless because they want you to make up your mind really quick before you can do research on them. That's usually one of the telltale signs of a scandalist, a person who's scandaling you, or running scams on you. What else have I learned? The importance of networking with other people and the right kind of people. Oh my God. I'm still learning that right now. That, I know this is something I should have learned when I was younger, but you forget about stuff all the time. So you make same mistakes again. But if you hang out with riffraff, you're going to get advice from riffraff people. You know what I'm saying? So um, you might have something in common with these people. It might be male, female, whatever. Okay, I'm not saying any group of people in particular, but you might hang with those people because they might be fun, or you might have a few things in common. But then if they're always mad all the time, they're going to make you upset all the time and wonder why you grinding your teeth and brooding all the time. That's because you're hanging with people that put you in that bad mode. Or if they're content with, being not paying certain types, because I've met some people that say, why are you getting this type of insurance? And I ain't got no insurance, and I ain't never gotten a wreck. I just drive a little bit safer. Or I ain't got health insurance because I eat right. It's just all kinds of dumb stuff, and you never know how those people may influence you. A lot of things in life you have to stay on. You know what I'm saying? You can't slack on a lot of stuff. So you need people that actually need to bring you up to the next level. And there are some people who have helped me out, who I won't say that they're good friends and I hang with them all the time, but I might go over their house every now and then and they'd be like, hey, I found out this and I found out that. And I have a friend who's a lawyer who told me you could do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? So the importance of being with people who bring you to the next level. Okay. Knowing the difference between stuff that I actually need and stuff that I actually want. This is very important, guys. A lot of times, because we have, I won't say an addiction, and I actually hate the word addiction. I hate it. It just means I disagree with something that you're doing all the time. That's not the definition of addiction to me. Addiction is when you know that it's very unhealthy and you keep doing it to the point where it's making your situation worse and worse. Okay. But then again, if it can bring you mental clarity for temporarily, you know what I'm saying? Like if you drink a beer every day after work, you know what I'm saying? It might help you relax. That's fine. Some people may say that as an addiction. No, or some people see that, on your phone is an addiction. It can be. But if you've handled business with everything else, and if you weren't on your phone, you'd be staring at the walls, then I don't see a problem. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't put down your phone and knowing you need to do something else, then that's an addiction. But anyway, getting off. But your requirements that you need in life are food, shelter, clothing, and medicine. Now, let me take my hat off for a minute. Oh, whew, it's getting a little hot in here. Medicine can be described as anything external that you need in order to maintain yourself. So many people say, what can I use as an example? Of course, the pills that you take, Advil or a medication for your cold or anything prescribed by a doctor. But I would say anything external, like, people say, well, you need transportation. Well, what do you need transportation for? To go back and forth to the grocery store or to go to your job? But what do you need that for? So I can get money for food, shelter, and clothing. And something else I was supposed to add to that list. Food, shelter, clothing, and something else. But I guess I put that under the category of medicine. Um, and anything that you do in life should be directed towards getting those things. If you're doing something temporarily for entertainment, that's just to clear your mind so you can get right back to business so you can accomplish more money to get these necessities. I'd love to hear you guys' opinion on that. This is very important. What's good for you comes before what tastes good. Okay? Well, I'm at the age right now where that's very important. Okay? Because some people will say, well, I'm not going to do that because it has all the qualities that I need, but it doesn't excite me. Well, don't worry about exciting you and how it entertains you and how it sparks your interest. Sometimes you got to do stuff just because it requires. I mean, it fulfills the basic stuff. You know what I'm saying, and it can help you out in the future. It can help build to more stuff in the future. and it can calm your mind down. So, what else? What else? Another important thing I've learned, I got reminded of the importance of pre-production. As you guys may know, and I have to apologize to these individuals, they know who you are, they know who they are. I had a podcast by another name earlier this year, and I was supposed to do anytime I bring anybody onto my production, if it's just really quick, like if you guys want to chime in right now, that's fine. But if I'm going to bring you into one of my productions, I need to go through a pre production stage and tell you how things work. Because if I start a production, I want it to grow. If not today, I want it to grow later on. So I need to prepare you guys for how the business works. And so I didn't prepare a couple of individuals, and pretty much looks like they, I don't know, it might have been too much, or I'm not sure what's going on. But before you bring anybody on board, you need to let them know 100% what's going on. I've also learned a lot about the dating game. I just started dating earlier this year. Nothing serious, just getting out the house and learning how things work. And oh my God. I've learned a lot, like I said, when it comes to scams, and I'm going to do another episode on all the scams that I've ran across when I was dating. I have some very entertaining stories, which I'm going to probably do that at the beginning of next year. I have another individual wanted me to do something on, it was a conversation between Loki and who was it? The other individual in the show, Loki, and they were talking about spirituality or something like that. So I promised this individual I would do an episode about that. So I'm not exactly sure. I probably do one on the crazy stories. Oh, and the stories of me being a background actor and the experiences that I've had. I like to do a podcast on that as well. But it has been a ride for me this year. If you guys want me to do a story on any of that stuff, let me know. Unless somebody chimes in, this is going to be a short video. Let's see. Okay. We've done the events of this year. Any other events of this year that has happened? Anything you guys have that you guys want to share with me, so to speak? And let me check my comments. Let me check everything. Okay. And once again, I apologize. I have to go back and forth a million times just to check comments and stuff. No comments here. I have about 4 different things I have to check comments on. Okay. I don't see any comments anywhere. That's fine. Okay. Like I said, if you guys want to chime in on anything that I've talked about, anything that you've learned this year, any events that have happened this year, whether it's celebrity deaths or, like I said, the Titan sub thing, the Alabama boat fight. If you guys want to talk about it, let me know. Stick on here for a little bit more. I'm trying to save the rest of it for much later. Okay. I also want to tell you guys about my Judgment Day prediction. But like I said, I want to give other people time to come in. Let me look up some things that have happened this year. So go to the trusty dusty Google and let Google tell me events of 2023. Because actually, I want this, like I said, I want this to be interactive. I want you guys to join in. Something about sports. I am not a man of sports. Okay. What else do we have? The Barbie movie. I gave a quick synopsis on that a while ago. The Barbie movie was a great movie. I mean, it was good. It wasn't great to me. It has some great visuals in it, and all the actors played their respective roles very, very good. Kind of figured it was going to be, and this, I'm not being derogatory by saying this. It was more thing about the feminist movement, and they could have they could have hinted at these things a little bit more and been a little bit more subtle, and it could have been more meaningful, but it was just way too out there. You know what I'm saying? So and a lot of people were saying, well, you're just saying it because you're anti-feminist. No. And anybody who says anything against it, and I remember this the same way when the Black Panther movie came out, and some people were saying, well, it was a good movie, but it really wasn't a superhero type movie. It was just a movie about family. And people were saying, well, you're racist. This is a very important movie for Black people. So this makes you a racist because you don't like it. Well, the same way it is with this Barbie movie that came out this year. People will say, well, if you don't 100% like it and 100% support it, then you're anti-feminist and you're old-fashioned and all that. No. We can have our own opinions. You know what I'm saying? So what else? We had the wildfires this year. Oh, my God. And it reached all the way to New York City, and it looked like something out of a movie. Orange hellish landscape. Oh my God. What else happened today? This year. Of course, we have the Israeli and Palestine conflict that's going on. Yeah, unfortunately, that's been going on for a good little while. I'm not sure what can bring it to an end. Of course, if you're religious, you will say that, it's just part of some, end of the world scenario. That's not part of my Judgment Day scenario. So I'm going to save it for a little bit longer, a little bit later. We have, I'm sure, everybody's favorite president of all time, Donald Trump. He got charged with many things. And things are steadily coming out more and more and more and more. We're going to see how that progresses. What else do we have? Oh, yeah, Harry Belafonte died this year. Oh, my God. My condolences to his family, friends, and fans. Looks like they are close to finding a vaccine for HIV, if I'm not mistaken. I don't see it here or what the name of it was, but I remember seeing the story earlier. And they were trying to find a vaccine for something else, and they said that this might be a vaccine for the HIV virus. Of course, if they do find one, unfortunately, it's not a cure. If you already have the virus, it won't really help. But for those who don't have the virus, it will keep you from contracting the virus. Let me see, what else? Death of Tina Turner. I talked about that. Affirmative action ends. Yeah, with the whole college thing. I have so much to say about that. I'm just naming stuff off right now. What else do we have? Nobel Prizes that were awarded, and my phone needs time to catch up to what I'm doing. Okay, come on, guys. Come on, let me work this thing. What other events happened this year? Okay, I'm gonna go to the New York Times website and see if they'll help me out. Something about Korea, something about Chinese currency overtakes the American dollars and China's international payments. And they said some scientists actually got some rocks from the Earth's mantle. All right. Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody's chiming on today. And it is totally my fault because I'm starting so late. I should have lined my to-do list up a little bit better, and I apologize. But if you guys need me to do another live broadcast, either later on tonight or if you guys want to be done tomorrow, I would appreciate it if you guys would let me know. Before I get on to everything else. Ooh, I'm so tired, guys. We're going to wait for a little bit. Okay, so let's get on, because I'm finna get off in a minute, but I'm going to let me check messages right quick. I don't think I have any more comments or messages, but I always have to check. Okay, and let me try both Facebook, Instagram. No. I don't see any comments whatsoever or anywhere. Nope. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. So I guess I'll just move on. And before I get off, I guess I'll talk about my Judgment Day prediction. Okay. So we all go throughout life. I'm going to give a little preparatory speech beforehand, and this will lead up to how I came to my prediction. We all lead through life every day, and we make mistakes, and we slap ourselves in the face and be like, oh, God, dog, why did I say that? Why did I do that? I could have done better than that. And it really gives us headaches, and it, how can I put this? It makes us mad at ourselves and be like, how could I have been so stupid? How could I have seen that? I could have seen that coming a little bit better. And I was talking to one of my friends from the Jewish community, and he told me something that was very impactful because there was a discussion on whether Jewish people actually believe in an afterlife. And they say, number one, it's not that they don't believe in one, they believe it's not that important. But another Jewish individual was talking, and he was saying how the way that his denomination of Judaism goes is that when you die, your soul is pure. And the only reason why you sin or do anything immoral is because of this body that we have right here. But when you die, you are left with nothing with a pure soul and everything. Like, you know how people who have near-death experiences, they say that they see their whole life flash before their eyes. And they say when this pure soul experiences that, the sin and the immorality that we've done, it burns in our souls. And that's the explanation that his denomination of Judaism had for hell. So, in my perspective, and first of all, who did I get this revelation from? Right up here. Revelation and Judgment Day. When is it? It is every single day before you go to bed. Okay? You think about everything that you did that day, everything that you could have done better. You know what I'm saying? And every time you have that feeling in your heart and your brain and it hurts, you know, I could have done this and I should have done that. You know what I'm saying? That's your hell. Okay? So I'm sure that whether you're religious or not, you'll probably in some way, shape, form, or fashion agree with my prediction. Judgment Day is every day, or it should be every day before you even go to bed. Okay? Think about what you've done all day. And if it hurts, then great. You know what I'm saying? That means you'll learn from it. Okay? And the pain that you experience from that, just because it hurts, doesn't mean it's a bad thing. Okay? We all make mistakes. We can all do better than what we're doing. I don't care who we are or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you're a billionaire, you can work on being a trillionaire. I know there's some problems with that. So don't get on me mathematically or whatever. But anyway, I don't see anybody else who's chiming in. So check one more time for comments, and I guess I'm going to get on out of here. Okay, none on YouTube. Where's Facebook? Hold on 1 minute, guys. Check on Facebook. No comments. And one more thing. Okay. I appreciate those of you who are watching currently. I appreciate those who will be watching in the future, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, whatever. I really appreciate it. You guys can always, let me put this down here. I'm always spelling it out for you guys, but hold on. Because a lot of you guys have asked me about my So this is the name of my production studio, and I'm gonna type this stuff out next time. Okay, and then I'm also going to, all right. That's the name of my production company, KillaKrane Productions. And you can always email me at KillaKraneProductions@gmail.com. And I have an Instagram, which let me add to that. Come on, where is it? Where is it? Let me do it like this. Let me see. Instagram. I'm typing it as we speak, guys. All right. That is my Instagram right there, Venaris KillaKrane Productions. So if you type that in to your Instagram, follow me, and I'll guarantee I'll follow you back. Like I said, that is the name of my production company, KillaKrane Productions. So if you go on YouTube and you type in KillaKrane Productions, you can watch this live every Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. There's my email, KillaKrane Productions@gmail.com. I have a comment. I'm sorry. Says, what's up, Unc? I don't know which nephew this is or niece this may be, but I appreciate it. It just has Facebook user up here. So, I appreciate you. What's going on, niece or nephew? I don't know which one it is. I appreciate it. Oh, Malcolm, what's going on? Nephew Malcolm. Yeah, what is going on with you, nephew? I got to come over there and see y'all. I'm not going to say where you guys stay at because we're on the internet and we got some real creepy people up here. So, what's going on, family? Looks like there's somebody else that was trying to get on, but that's okay. For those of you who are watching, do you have anything else that you would like for me to talk about before I get off? I think I've covered just about everything. Like I said, if you guys need me to do another podcast later on tonight or tomorrow or whenever to talk about anything, I do supplementary podcasts as well, where I talk about just about anything. You know what I'm saying? Like if you saw a movie recently, be like, what's your opinion on this movie? Or I need some dating advice. Or do you have your opinion on a certain business that's in the Atlanta metro area? Or it's a good one. I was going to do a podcast on Clarksdale and Memphis area, and I was going to ask which one is better, the fried chicken from Double Quick or the fried chicken from Dodgers. That is a big controversial comparison that's done in the Mid-South area. So, yeah, that'd be a good little podcast to do about Clarksdale. But anyway, let me get off, guys. If you guys want me to get back on, just let me know because I haven't seen any participation. I apologize for starting so late. I had to feed my family. I had to come from Wally Mart and bring up the groceries, and I was a little bit tired. So, apologize for starting so late. Like I said. Oh, no. That's the wrong one. One more time. Stop thing. There you go. KillaKraneProductions@gmail.com. You're going to get me on Instagram at KillaKrane Productions. And, of course, KillaKrane Productions is the name of my YouTube. All right, guys. Take it easy.